Hey girlies, hey guys, hey divas, hey theys. Today I'm doing a video talking about interesting tattoo stories that I have. Why, you may ask? Well, I was getting a tattoo done pretty recently, and I was chatting with the tattoo artist I go to about like these different funny like stories I have from the past. I kind of realized like I actually have a good handful of like weird-ish tattoo stories. Maybe not. Maybe that's completely false, but it's true to me. I guess that was just the only common thing I could think of while I was yapping to her, trying to make conversation. I'm pretty sure I had already told her a couple of these stories before as well, and yeah. Also, I know that this microphone doesn't sound great, but I also don't want it to sound like the latter. So, we cope. My first video talking, and honestly, it feels so weird. Even though I have fantasized plenty of times about doing a sit down yapping video about certain things, it still feels weird. Like, I wanted to do a get ready with me while I did this, but I have this gorgeous dye right now. I've wanted to do a tattoo tour forever, even just like in shorts or something. I'm just like, I feel kind of bad like doing a tattoo tour and not crediting certain artists because some of these artists I don't want to speak to ever again. I would if I had to, but it's just like, why would I like directly, But I also know that it's their art and it would just, yeah. I'm gonna tell a few of these stories. I don't, I'm not gonna be saying names. I don't think I'm even going to go in chronological order unless I have to. This is a handful of stories. I'm gonna try to leave out as much details as I can, but also include as many details as I can about it, of course. I want to try to go out of order, but also my first story, it's one that gets me going when I think about it. And two, it was like my first few tattoos, so that's kind of context that needs to be included. My first story, it's one that I really should have left a review about. It's one I could still go and leave a review about now. It was very weird. I was 17 at the time, and while I could have waited to go and get tattoos as soon as I turned 18 and just like work, blah blah blah, I just really wanted a tattoo. I already had my first one done, and I just really wanted another one. I really love tattoos. Yeah. I was living with my mom, and she was like, "Yeah, I mean, if you can set it up, like, and if you can pay for it, like, you can do it." So I seek out this artist. I'm actually looking for a good minute. I don't feel like I feel like the tattoo scene in Kentucky kind of popped off like within the last 5 years for sure. Maybe I'm totally wrong on that, and I just wasn't present for that time. I don't know. I seek out this artist. I'm like, I'm still 17, blah blah blah. My mom will co-sign. No, 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 no. It's all fun. We have a what do they call them? A consultation that could like last up to an hour. And I knew that this artist. Let me just say this. This is a man. This artist is a man, as I think most of these are. This guy's a man, and he has done some very good tattoos. I really loved his work when I like looked online. It looked perfect for what I wanted. I feel like I'm usually pretty good at like picking out styles that I want. Anyways, I'm 17 at the time, also very underweight. Also, this is my like first couple tattoos. So there's already like a naive kind of whatever to this. We have our hour-long consultation like a month prior to my actual tattoo day, I'm pretty sure. If not, maybe it's like 2 weeks. That seems more normal. But I want to say it was like a whole month before my actual session. And I just have to say, like, if you're going to do a consultation, you might as well work on the sketch while you're there. Why are we sitting there going to a consultation, talking about all the details that I want in this tattoo, just for you to forget it the day of? Like, that's not fair. That's a waste of my time and yours. I'm telling him the details, blah, blah, blah. They send me my consent form. I literally forgot to get it notarized. My mom didn't think to get it notarized. It's fine though. It's fine. So that was really bad on our part, but it's okay. It's okay. We get it notarized later. I'm pulling up to my first session with this guy. I'm not pulling up. My mom's dropping me off. I think I literally see him sit down on our couch in there and start working on the sketch. Go inside. This man just started this sketch and is asking me what I want in it all over again. I'm not really picky about certain things. I'm picky about how they look. I don't know if that makes sense. I could get a tattoo of a bug, but as long as it was like in a certain style, or like maybe I wanted it like turned a certain way. That's all I'll say about that. I'm kind of telling this guy, I'm like, oh, like I know you know better, but blah, blah, blah. Could we maybe do smaller? Could you maybe like do this about this and no. Things I already said at the consultation for sure. He's getting frustrated with me. One thing about me is my anxiety will get worse about something the more we postpone it. The more we like push something back, it makes me feel way worse. I want to say we spent 2 to 4 hours figuring out this very basic design. Whatever I had eaten that morning to prepare for this, it was not holding me over. This was giving me more anxiety. Him being frustrated with me. I don't even know what he was frustrated about, that I was like picky about a design. I don't even think I was being that picky. I actually wanted very minimal designs, just very nice shading. And I feel like I've been around other artists where I've, asked them to change like a minor thing, and it's never been this sort of issue before. So yeah, he's just kind of frustrated with me. I'll just say that much. We go to start tattooing. This man starts taking a lot of cigarette breaks. This isn't even me tapping out. He's taking a lot of cigarette breaks. And let me remind you, postponing something more is freaking me out more. If I'm having a panic attack, I don't really remember if I did. If I'm having one, it's more internal. I'm not making a scene or anything. So anyways, we're sitting there halfway through. We're already like, I've been at this shop all day. You would have thought I was getting like the outline done for a full sleeve. No, that's not what that was. Been at this shop all day already, and the tattoo's not done, and I have so much anxiety. This man is taking cigarette breaks. We already took forever to start. And so I'm kind of like, I'm reaching into like dissociation territory. We're going there. Again, I'm already underway. I'm like, it's nothing happens. I just kind of tell him, I'm like, look, you know, I'm not feeling the best anymore. Like, I'm just not. Which we got like half of the tattoo done ish. He tells me, he's like, yeah, understand. He does run to the store at some point to grab me like a little snack to feel better, which was nice. It's just that it was also one of his cigarette breaks included in that, I'm sure. We end that session. He's like, hey, you know what? Just call back tomorrow. We'll get you in next week. It's all okay, understandable. He's like, tattooing, we don't want this to be a traumatic thing for you, blah, blah, blah. He's being very nice. Like, I will say, for how careless he has been, he's still been very nice, still doing very good work. That's really all I can shit on this guy for is just being kind of me. Like, it's not really him that fully makes this a whole thing. I call back the next day and I'm like, hey, blah, 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 I'm so sorry, like, to, go out like that. He said I could call back again today and that we would reschedule for next week for my second session. It's the booking lady or their receptionist, whatever you want to call her, on the phone. I already kind of met this lady at our consultation. She's kind of one of those girls that picks on you for something, not even for something. I'll just say this. She kept making a lot of comments about how small I am. To be fair, I was really small at the time. But she was just being kind of random with it. It wouldn't even really have to do with the tattoo. It'd be like a lot of emphasis on like, I mean, you're really small. So, like, I don't know, just stuff like that. I don't even fully remember. I already met this lady. So, anyways, I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just calling to reschedule. No. Just where we had our cancellation yet, or like our session ended shortly. Me. She just kind of starts barking at me. That's the best way I can explain it. You didn't get your consent form notarized. You didn't need enough. You didn't. No. You didn't. And I don't really know. She was like, and no, we're not scheduling it for next week. We're scheduling this for November. It was June. This man, I'm guessing he's so booked up. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't want to see me again. I don't fucking know. It was June. She's barking at me about rescheduling our appointment for November. June to November. Like, what? That's crazy. I must have found like the most top-notch tattoo artist ever and just didn't know it because these people are also told me from the jump that his hourly rate is 100. More on that later. She's just kind of barking at me, kind of giving me the finger, whatever, scolding me. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm sorry. Like, yep, fine. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know. Sorry. She was like, we'll do it for November. I'm like, gotcha. November rolls around. We finish it. And then I have another tattoo with this guy. This is like almost an entire year later. Because I did really like how the work turned out, and I was just feeling pretty naive, and like, even though I just didn't like the vibes of how the first thing turned out, I went back because, you know, I don't know. That's just kind of what I knew. Like, I didn't think to go to somebody else at the time. I wanted to kind of stick to the first one I found, I guess. Had to change spots. My next tattoo with this same guy kind of goes pretty similarly, although I'm a little more prepared for whatever. I'm 18 by this point. I have a bigger tattoo this time with him. And I don't know, like, should I just say what it is? I could maybe, like, say what it is without showing my tattoo, but also you might, like, see it at some point anyways. I'll talk about it. This is my half sleeve. This is my half sleeve that he's doing for our next tattoo. We put in about 3 sessions into this half sleeve, and it's still not done. Mind you, I'm not tapping out. I think if I did like tap out for a second in all of this, it was probably like once for just a little breather or a bathroom break. Meanwhile, he's taken million cigarette breaks, all this stuff. I was also vaping at the time. I wanted to hit my fucking vape, but I was being good. So we put about 3 sessions into my half sleeve, and it's still not done. Isn't that kind of crazy? Does that sound normal? Like, to any of you that have like a tattoo, does that sound normal? 3 sessions for a half sleeve? Because it's not. Because it's not normal. Because they were not being normal. I think on my 3rd or 2nd session for this half sleeve, I'm like all excited booking a bunch more tattoos for the next year. Smaller ones, filler, whatever. just like cute stuff. And one of the tattoos, which I never ended up getting this, was it was a design I had saw on Pinterest. It was a girl hanging from a moon in shibari. Anyways, context. So I didn't know what the word shibari was, but I knew what the like thing was. So that's one of the designs I'm like kind of picking. I'm like, I want this on my shoulder. The reception lady again, as much as she like maybe was trying to be protective, it came off so like eh. It came off so she was like, "Honey, do you know what that is?" And I was like, "I don't bondage." Like I literally said that. I was like, "Bondage? Like what's the thing?" I honestly, if I were to get symbolic about it, I really just wanted it because I'm a Cancer moon and all that fun stuff. Very deeply into that back then. Still know a lot about it now, but that's the only like I just liked it for one. That's good enough reason right there. Two, I had a sort of symbolic reason for wanting it that what didn't involve shibari, like or kind of did. I kind of lightly tell her this. I'm like, I just like it. Like, it reminds me of this placement I have. Meh, meh, meh. She's like, I actually partake in shibari, and I just really worry about you because this is like a community that, like, you're so young and small. I wouldn't want somebody to come up to you thinking you're in the community. It is coming off more condescending than it is protective. I leave my third session and I'm like talking to my dad on the phone, and I'm like, yeah, we're going on our fourth session. I'm hoping this is the one that gets her done. And my dad's like, why is there 4 sessions into your half sleeve? I'm like, I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. Me, 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 me. I'm sure it's fine. Like, they know what they're doing. Me, 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 me. My dad's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna call them and kind of ask them about it. Like, I'm not gonna blah blah blah. I don't know. Let me just say this. I don't know if my dad yelled at them. I wasn't on that phone call. He told me he did not. He told me he did not yell at them. And he didn't sound angry when he was talking to me. I mean, I was 18 at the time when he decided to call them for me. He wasn't like freaking out about this. He was like, I just feel like you're being taken advantage of a little bit. And I was like, okay, just don't freak out on them, just kind of, ask questions. Like, that's fine. My dad has tattoos. Like, he knows a good bit. They end up pretty much telling him that their hourly rate is 200 an hour. But since they like me, they were charging 100. I never asked for that. I asked them from the jump, hey, what's your hourly? Is it 100? And they just said yes. I never asked for that. Like, if they told me it was 200 from the jump, I may not have went to them, to be fair. I guess nice of you to do me a favor, but why are you, like, using it, you know, later on? Like, I mean, you could be doing me this favor, but you're really not because you're just dragging out these tattoo sessions with your cigarette breaks. I called them back to cancel my sessions. I'm feeling really bummed, feeling really sad, and I don't have my half sleeve finished. Crazy, crazy work. It's not finished. But I called them to cancel, and I'm just kind of like, hey, like, no hard feelings. Like, just gonna call to cancel our future appointments. I don't remember exactly what she said, but the booking lady, she was like, yeah, I mean, your dad went absolutely ballistic. She's like, I can't blame you for going somewhere else. I mean, it's not like you know any better. I could still leave a review for them. They were definitely trying to drag out their time with me. Just assholes, you know? My second story, I'll try to keep this one a little bit shorter. It's one I got on my leg. I go to this guy. It's the first time going to him. I'm just very quiet. Like, I've had a couple tattoo sessions where I'm just yapping and I can't stop. And then I've had other ones where I'm just very silent and very, especially with men. Especially with men. I don't know if they like expect me to talk. Obviously, they expect me to talk first. But it was very similar to this with the first guy. He was just very quiet. I'd maybe try to make conversation, and he was just kind of, yeah, which is fine. We don't have to talk. It's just kind of getting this tattoo down my leg. This guy kind of turns up to me. He goes, "Why are you so quiet?" And I'm like, kind of joking. I'm like, "What? Do you want me to like scream or something?" And he's like, "Huh, yeah." Anyways, not that deep. This same guy is later on posting on his Instagram, which it seems like he's tattooing a lot of women, to be honest. He's posting this meme about how, I don't even know, if it's like some meme about like butterflies getting tattoos of fat chicks. I unfollowed him first after those two instances. He then later on followed me again, and I didn't follow back. And I think I don't even know. There was another thing, like maybe he like liked one of my posts or something. I don't know. I started to feel a little guilty about it because I was like, I don't know. Does this guy think that I hate this design and I just unfollowed him because of it? Like, I don't know. I didn't want him to think that. But also, this was kind of out of pocket for me. This was kind of this was kind of woke of me. Like I DM him later on that he's like trying to follow me again or whatever, and I'm like, hey, I hope that you don't think I unfollowed you because of what you tattooed on me. I unfollowed you because you're making misogynistic posts to an audience that is to clients that are women. Even if it, doesn't hurt my feelings, it's still weird. Like, you shouldn't post that, you know? I didn't have to put my 2 cents in there, but fuck it, I did. I did. So, another short one is about my most painful tattoo. It's one on my ankle. I wouldn't mind going back to this girl as long as she had a cheaper charge. She is one of those more like, I don't know, higher like follower. She has a lot of followers. So and she has good designs. I feel bad. We had such a weird experience because of the pain. This is definitely a time I've tapped out for sure. For sure. I don't care to say that. This is the time that made me like numbing cream because I have none, and I was trying to have some. We start the first session on this tattoo. It is killing me. It's actually killing me. And I don't know if I just hadn't had. This was the first tattoo I got in Colorado. I don't know if I just hadn't gotten a tattoo in a minute or what. I think it had been a year by this point since my last tattoo. This also, the company she was working for, it was literally like a franchise company, which is like kind of crazy for a tattoo shop. They charged me a $300 deposit so that I wouldn't cancel, as opposed to like $100 one, even $150 one. But 300 is actually kind of criminal to me. Like it works, but then I go there and I'm being charged 600 for the rest of the tattoo. Like that's why I didn't go back for a good minute. Was because of that. I actually haven't gone back to this girl. I tap out of the first session. It's really just the outline we have done. I don't even think the outline gets finished. And it's the most painful tattoo I've ever had. I'm kicking my opposite leg, and she pulls up Amazon, shows me this like Mad Rabbit Amazon link. Like I literally bought from the one that she showed me. Pretty sure. Next session, tried to apply the numbing cream. We tried to apply it several times. It's literally just fucking Vaseline in a jar that somebody sold and then took down their listing. So we're trying in between tattooing over and over again. I had already tried before I even went there to put it on. Most painful tattoo ever. Again, kicking my other leg, not saying much afterwards, just I wasn't mad at her, like it was just painful. And I just feel bad for her. She never ended up posting it. Yeah, girl, I'm just sorry. My last story is kind of interesting. Oh wait, no. I have another story. Let me just tell another small one real quick. I'm on Facebook perusing the tattoo stuff, and somebody in the nearby city next to me or whatever is running a deal on like free or like $100 no matter the hour tattoos of whatever design you want, blah blah blah. Anyways, go to his shop, pick out this design. My arm is falling off the fucking bench. It's falling off the fucking bench. His machine is so loud. Which I mean could correlate to nothing, but it's loud for me. And arm hanging off the bench. This man is like bragging to me about how he's been tattooing since 2007, and he kind of got to watch everybody else come up in this scene, and he's watched all these other people. I told him about this other artist that I had gone to that I did like. I did like this other artist. Telling him about how I usually go to them, like they've kind of been my go-to for a minute. And he's like, "Oh, I remember when they started out. Like, yeah, I got to really watch everybody grow up." But okay, this is like 2022, I think that this is happening. Bragging to me about how he's just the OG. I don't know. Anyways, I go and look at my tattoo in the mirror when I'm finished. This is the first time I really didn't like a tattoo I got. And you can't say anything. It's the thing. Like, I mean, you can, but it's just like I think it was just like I knew I was already not going back to him. I should have known better in this instance. Like, why am I? No, I had this artist that I like later on go and kind of fix it a little bit. It wasn't horrible, but it was not what I wanted. And for you to have been tattooing from 2007 to 2022 or 2023, whatever the time was, and be bragging about it to me, and then I end up with just like this shaky outline of a tiny simple tattoo. We need to bring it down a bit. Bring it down a lot, please. Bring it down a lot. Anyways, my actual last story this time is going to be about one of the like more creepier things. Let me just say, this man was seeing somebody I knew. Seeing somebody. He's a tattoo artist. He's seeing somebody I knew. The only other thing I'll say about that is the man does not like to give side hugs. Especially when you're not the person he's seeing. He does not want a side hug from you. He wants that full front hug. Whatever. He's already a freak. Telling me to come on by, he'll give me a tattoo, and I just wanted some little dainty ones. So I wasn't really that worried about this. They were gonna be dainty, small. I kind of have to say this. It's this one. Laying down. I mean, getting a tattoo is already a kind of intimate, not in a weird way, not in a sexual way, but it is kind of an intimate thing. There's a person like in your bubble. It's already like that in general, no matter the spot, I feel like. Of course, this is one of those spots where you're closer to me. Like, anyways, he's playing like loud rap music in his shop, and he's doing this tattoo. So he's like right here to me. Like, I'm literally laying down. He's like in this vicinity, tattooing on me. We are listening to Only by like I think it's like Chris Brown, Nicki Minaj, Drake, Meek Mill. I don't remember. It's that song. Only. You guys know that song? I know that song. I think you guys know that song. It's that song. Anyways, it's Nicki's verse. This man is this close to me, tattooing right here, this close to me. And he's just in my face and he goes, I can't. He's like, gosh, Nikki, she's just so nasty. Like, I just love it. Huh? What? I'm actually yelling. This man is also like probably pushing 50 now and just dates younger girls, hasn't seen his kids. Anyways, never going back to that guy. He's a freak.
Hi, it's me from the future, and I was watching this back and I kind of realized that I almost fully forgot the story to like one of my even weirder like tattoo experiences. So I'm here to tell that now. This is I want to say 2 years ago. I was on Instagram, and you ever have like one of those phases where, not even just a phase, it's just one of those time periods where I'm like, my Instagram is looking really good right now. My selfies are looking good. Like, I've been doing a lot of makeup. It was one of those kind of eras. I am not in one of those eras right now. My Instagram looks good, but my selfies, I haven't done makeup in forever. Anyways, so I'm following this guy, and I really like his work he does. Like, he's doing really cool cyber sigilism, but not calling it that, but it's cyber sigilism. And it's very creative, very pretty. I hate it that it is. I'm also sorry, my car it's summertime, and I drive a 2003 Camry. So anyways, he's posting this contest. All you really have to do for it is share it on your story and comment and like it. He never says that he's pulling out of a raffle. And I low-key was kind of like, is he seriously just like checking people's Instagrams? Because if so, I'm winning. I did low-key think that. And I won it. I won his competition. Which is even weirder, like, I don't know. It was like I wanted to win for like looking cool or like whatever. But then once I did, I was like, I don't want this. He sent me the address, and he pretty much runs a studio inside his house. I didn't make them, but my coworkers took me there, sat with me through it. I would not have gone there alone to a house studio where it's just him. It's a little wild, in my opinion, to get a tattoo after I just 1 year, no raffle, no randomized pick. He literally just picked who he liked from the comments. I mean, I could be wrong, but he never posted anything about like, he never showed him like picking something from a bowl. He never showed him doing one of the spinny things on the computer. He never showed one of those. I actually really hit it off with this guy. Isn't that kind of crazy? Little like sly comment, or not even sly, just like a interesting comment about how he was like, oh, I knew you'd bring somebody. Yeah, this is my experience with him. It is weird. It is weird. Like, it's weird. This man is also posting like very revealing pictures of his clients. Guessing they've hooked up. Maybe they haven't. Not my business. But I've heard rumored that he like hooks up with his clients. And he's posting really revealing pictures of them. I'm talking like if you've got like a high thigh piece, which he tends to do a lot of, he's including your pubes in that and having you wear lingerie for like the aesthetic. That's my experience with this guy. I don't want to say how, but he's assaulted a girl. What the fuck? Anyways, I don't follow that guy anymore. Don't support that guy. He pretty much, anytime anybody has ever asked him about this, I'm pretty sure he just denies it. He's a traveling tattoo artist. If you're in Kentucky, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. You probably know. You probably know. You might even still follow him. I know some people do. And it's kind of weird. Weird to do a contest and like not pick it randomly, like kind of just to get some exposure. just pick out whatever girl you want. Let's back to the video.
I hope this wasn't too rambly. I know that the audio sounds like we're underwater. Maybe I'll get a better one someday. Hopefully you guys enjoy these. The male tattoo community is so come from a place of wanting to inflict pain rather than appreciate art. And I know that's kind of a blanketed statement. I truly feel like it's been women and non-binary artists that have just been changing the way things have been. And I will definitely go to a male artist if I really like his stuff and if he's of enough status that he needs to watch what he's doing around me. I'm not going to be seeking out male tattoo artists, and that's okay. That's my preference. That's kind of my boundary. That's how I feel based off these experiences. Hope you enjoyed this video. Go to good tattoo artists. Be picky. Look for somebody whose art you really like. Even if you're going to be picky about your design, at least know that you like their style. Don't go to somebody just because they're making a deal. If the location's weird, pull up with a friend. Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Peace out.